Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is David Hunt. Remember to like, comment and subscribe, and I'd love to see your feedback. I try and go through all of these comments. I put this video together so I wanted to put some more information out there publicly for people to understand who I am and why I got involved in the industry I did. For those of you that don't know, my background, I have been a professional footballer or soccer player for 16 years professionally. I was actually scouted by Crystal Palace at the age of 8 years old and I absolutely loved doing what I did. I wasn't the most gifted, but I knew how to work hard and I managed to stay in the game and retire at the age of around 31 years old. And during that period, I actually understood that I'd been floating around the bubble for quite some time, of which I was in a comfort zone. And I'm sure there's many people out there that can relate with this. And I had my second daughter at the age of 27, 28 years old. And at this moment, that's when the bubble actually burst because I realized that I hadn't been managing my money very well. And the reason why that was the environment that I was in. And this is why I wanted to put this information out there for you guys, because I want people to be surrounded by my energy and from learning from my experiences. And my mom and dad, they're still 70 years old today, they still work today. And this is nothing to be ashamed of at all, but it actually made me understand that they'd never been brought up around entrepreneurship. They hadn't been brought up around business-minded people. They were brought up around the conventional 9 to 5, where what comes in goes out in terms of income. And they were doing that for over 50 years. As a professional footballer, I was actually earning fairly good income, but I wasn't utilizing it in the right way. I was actually doing what my mum and dad were doing. I was in that environment. Nobody had taught me any differently about money management. So I actually made some mistakes, and from those I've managed to learn from myself, but can help many other people. And what actually happened was I realized that I was an employee. There's one book called Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Okay, that book started talking about how most employees actually work for the people that own the companies and investors. So 95% of the population are an employee. They have one stream of income. Maybe they have some money for a rainy day, but they don't even have enough. And the top 5% are like business owners, and they're the ones that are having huge success. How do you make that decision, or how do you make that transition from an employee to a business owner? Well, myself, I was an employee as a professional footballer. When I had my second daughter, that's when I started to realize I hadn't managed my money well, and the income started to decrease. I was getting old, clubs weren't offering me the same type of money, and so I started to panic because I didn't know where I was going to get the money from to cover our outgoings. So I started to work on myself. I started hanging around some like-minded people, some great people that have helped influence me over time with business and guided me. And I started working on myself, and making that transition is quite scary, because if you have no educational background, you have no money to set up a company of your own, then it's a really interesting transition to try and figure out a way. And that's where it's important for you guys to understand. Around 5.5 years ago, I found the industry I'm in today of network marketing. And it was kind of frowned upon at the time. I got involved in that industry because we needed to make money. But as time has progressed now, it's not just about making money. Sadly, everyone needs money to live. Otherwise, do you know what? There'll be a lot less stress in the world for sure. So we all need money to live, but once you're able to get the money, then it's about finding other people. And there's a different sense of satisfaction when you find other people out there that want change, that want what you have, and you're able to educate them, put time aside to mentor them and show them what to do. And those skills I've kind of inherited from being a professional sportsman. Repetition, working harder than what others would work, and making more mistakes than the rest. And that's the one that many people don't quite understand. They don't want to fail. At school, if you fail, they mark that down as a grade. When you're moving into the transitional period of business, actually you need to fail as quick as possible. It's a bit like sport. You know, I always watched where I saw some of the top basketball players that have missed the most shots, so like Kobe Bryant, Shaquille O'Neal, Michael Jordan, and many more. Why? Because they failed forward, they failed the most. And so I started reading books, I started studying all the top successful people in most industries and realizing there's a common theme that I actually already had the DNA of that because I've been brought up with that with football. And so that's where it comes to this video and why I wanted to share it with many people here, because it's important to find a mentor. It's important to find somebody that has what you want and somebody that you resonate with as well. I teach a lot of people this now in our organization, and we don't just focus on money, we focus about personal development. In my opinion, you can't have one without the other. And there's never a lid on how much you can learn. And when you continue to learn, your income goes up more as well. And it's about creating new habits. as a footballer coming out of football, I didn't realize that when I ran my own business, that I was my own boss. I started going to bed late. I started eating badly. What does this mean? This means that in the morning, I felt like crap, okay? I looked at myself in the mirror. I didn't like what I saw. So I'm already in a negative mindset and not feeling good. So that energy was going out, and you go down a downward spiral. You don't want to work out. Yeah, you don't want to eat the healthy stuff. And so it's important to get a structure in place. And these are the types of things. This is why I wanted to put this video out there. If you're lacking structure, if you're finding it hard to change habits, if you're looking at ways to make income, if you're looking for change, then it's important you connect, because we have something here, not just as a business, but as mindset to be able to help many other people. And look, 2020, we're already over a third of the way through the year. Did you set a New Year's resolution? The worst habit to ever have is setting a New Year's resolution, because it gives you an excuse to stop doing it, because most people do. But with us now, we keep beating the drum on this. We have group chats, we have private conversations where I mentor some people and help them. And I want to educate anybody out there to say, look, whatever you want to achieve in life, you're able to achieve it, providing you put in hard work, dedication, and you're surrounded by like-minded people on that same journey that can rise by lifting others. So with that being the case, guys, like, comment, and subscribe to my video channel here. I've actually done this in the first take. There are a couple of edits you probably have seen, but with that, look, I want to keep it totally authentic. And guys, I'm going to be doing more videos over the coming weeks on different things, on how I changed my habits, what books I started to read. I've had many people asking me each week, what book am I reading? So I'm trying to do one a week. If you're a fast reader, then great. I used to get distracted with reading. Audios are better for me. But these are the types of things I want to share with you guys. I don't want it to be focused on money and business. I want you to understand that I made a transition that I know that I can help thousands of other people out there. And we're doing that with what we're doing. But aside from business, I want to be able to help at least one person from this video. So I look forward to seeing you on the rest of them. Let me know how you find this. I'll check all the comments, and I'll see you soon. Be safe, and sending love to you all. Bye-bye.